Regarding yesterday's officer-involved fatal crash, we've released the name of not only the deceased person but the officer involved. The deceased person was Raul Becerra of Oklahoma City. The officer involved was Officer John Paul. He's been on the police department 5 years. Right now the case is still under investigation. These types of cases, fatality cases in particular, they're investigated in great detail. Investigators are back out at the scene today, and this time we do not know what speed was or if speed was a factor. However, we do know that Officer Paul was eastbound on 29th and Mr. Becerra was northbound on Indiana from a stop sign when Mr. Becerra's car entered the roadway into the path of the police car, ultimately causing the crash and then his death. The investigation at the scene is the same. Evidence is collected. The fatality investigators always go out, and these are very detailed investigations. However, when an officer is involved in a crash, there's also the administrative side of it. So, yes, there is more attention focused on it from the police department because there's an officer involved.
You talked about speed. You don't know the speeds yet. Will there be something in the car? What do you look at to tell what was the speed of the officer at the time of the crash?
Well, there's a number of things we look at. First and foremost, the investigators use formulas and things such as that when they're trying to compute the speed. They'll go out to the scene, they'll see what the rise is on the road or the grade of the road, they'll see what the drag factor is. They also have things in the car that can measure that. So there's a number of things they look at, and then they verify it with the computer stuff. But they're very good at tracking down exactly what happened and telling you how fast the person was going.
Do you know how long until we'll be able to figure out how fast he was going?
I don't know. These investigations sometimes go days, sometimes even weeks. We'll see, but it's something that we should know before too long.